Our next presenter is Jack Newberry, and after that it's going to be Vicki Herson. I think Jack's a TriMet employee.
I just completed my run, so please excuse me. Good morning, board and guests and audience. I'm here to appeal to you, if you will, please, to assist and help us to upgrade our fleet of buses. I can remember back years ago when I first started. I've been with TriMet for 18 years, and I've driven commercial vehicles now for 46 years. So I've been in and out of traffic and dealt with a lot of people, and TriMet is the best agency that I have ever associated myself with. It's been a very satisfying career. And through that, TriMet is continuously and conscientiously trying to be of service to the public and to aid to the community's upgrade of affordable living, quality of lifestyle, on and on and on. With the advent of cutouts of our sidewalks and so forth, we are continuously upgrading. I remember a situation back in the early 90s when I was driving one of our old 1700 buses, and I was on a bus line number 20. I was on Burnside, headed to Beaverton. I came across the Burnside Bridge, and I pulled up to the park blocks on Burnside. And it was a middle of January, a real wet and rainy day, typical day here in the Northwest. And I had this high floor bus. And there was a gentleman, I'm not exaggerating my story at all, had no legs, and he was walking just with his hands down the sidewalk and tried to get on the bus. I offered at that time to use our lift of the 1700, which was kind of an antiquated system, and he refused that. He said, no, I'll do it myself. So it is really difficult to be of assistance when you deal with people with disabilities and are elderly if you don't have the right equipment. That memory still stays with me to this day, as of currently every day when we have our antiquated buses, outdated buses, and we're out there trying to be of assistance. It's very difficult. It would be like you in your car pulling up alongside the curb and trying to assist somebody with a disability to get in your car, but you still remaining in the seat and can't get out and help them. These people are very independent, they're very proud, and they want to be self-reliant and self-sufficient. And I think it's our responsibility as a public transportation to do our best to continue to assist and meet the ever-demand and growing population that we have and the situations that we're being confronted with every day. I hear from many passengers coming in and out of our town that, gee, you have a lot of old buses. Well, yes, we do. I see over on the other side of the river, they have these brand new hybrid buses. How come you guys don't have those? I don't have the answers for that, other than I know that we're providing the best that we possibly can to a large number of people, and we have service that lasts beyond 9:30 and 10 o'clock in the evening. So there is kind of a trade-off. We realize that too. But as the future does approach us, living in the tri-county communities, we need to plan for the future and make ourselves available and participate in trying to help the ever-growing demands that TriMet faces daily. And as a bus operator, I'm very appreciative of the situations of safety. And with new buses brings better visibility, better accessibility, and better economics as well. We run on a schedule, and schedule equates into minutes. Minutes equates into dollars and cents. So there is an economic consideration here as well. Yes, there is a great outlay and financial commitment, but on the other hand, upgrading would bring us also a lot of better service and help us economically as well. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate this opportunity to come before you. And again, I'm very satisfied, very happy to be a TriMet employee, and very proud of my co-workers that are every day out there on the front line dealing with the public and all of our traffic and all the many other situations that we're confronted with on a daily basis. day and night, rain, snow, or shine. We do our best, and we want to express our appreciation to our management, who is doing the best they can and constantly every day behind closed doors talking about ways to improve and be of assistance to the Tri-County system here in my area. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff, for your testimony. I'm going to ask Vicki Herson and Ann Collins to come up. They're both from Elders in Action. Welcome.
Good morning, board members and Mr. McFarland. My name is Vicki Herson. I'm Executive Director of Elders in Action. And the Elders in Action Commission has been advocating for older adults for over 40 years. And when we heard about this measure, this is really wonderful news. I mean, there's so much doom and gloom around, but we're so happy that this bond levy can be continued with funds dedicated to serve older adults and people with disabilities. It's a wonderful opportunity to upgrade and make all the improvements that have been mentioned here, and to educate more people too about the demographics and the need for these services. Elders in Action believes that the quality of life should never depend on age. And we're really run by the power and experience of our about 150 volunteers in our agency who really help to ensure a vibrant community through the active involvement of older adults. And as more people age and may not drive anymore, to stay involved and active in the community, public transportation is vital and critical. We have volunteers who use TriMet daily, and all of our staff actually uses TriMet as well. But so it's really imperative to make these improvements. We would be glad. We also have an elder-friendly evaluation program, and we've worked with TriMet over the years to help improve different services. So we'd be glad to help make recommendations. We realize that prioritization is going to be necessary, and we would welcome working with you because, as you said, we want to make sure that people understand can't do everything, but this is a huge improvement and such a great need. And the value of it is just kind of a no-brainer because for $25, as a homeowner myself, for $25 a year, it's less than a monthly transit pass, and it's going to have such a synergistic effect on the community. So, we are an advocacy agency, and we would welcome working with you and helping to educate the public on the importance of this measure. Thank you.
Thank you. Ann?
Hi, I'm Ann Collins. I'm also with Elders in Action, and I'm here to support the resolution 100840. I moved here about 4 years ago from Boston, and one of the reasons I chose Portland was because of TriMet. When I moved here 4 years ago, it was just an excellent system. But since I moved here, it's been cut back and cut back and cut back. And I have to say it's not so great compared to 4 years ago. I guess what I'd like to see is the money spent, as you say, on improving the system and certainly to make it more accessible. But I think I have a different take on safety. I think for seniors on TriMet, the most important thing is their own safety with gang members and so on and so forth. And I haven't really heard that topic talked about here. I guess I've been thinking about it a lot. I don't have any obvious solution, but I thought maybe have a panic button, in each car. So if anyone gets into trouble with somebody, they can press it and someone will come immediately. Even just to post a telephone number in each car if there's an emergency and an elder has a cell phone, they can call and there'll be assistance. Now, how would that assistance be delivered? My suggestion would be to have one policeman on every train who would be connected with the panic buttons and would be aware of what was going on at the stations. I'm sure you're aware, certain stations, there's a lot of cocaine dealing, heroin dealing. There are a lot of issues that per se don't seem to relate to new buses, but I think they're very important to maintaining ridership, especially among seniors and disabled people who are less able to defend themselves. And I'll just finish with an anecdote about the Boston system. I don't know if you, that's where I'm from, Boston. The T, there was a man exposing himself on the T. This made national news. And a woman with a cell phone took a picture and then transmitted somehow to police. But it took them 1 hour to track the guy down. They did. But why such a long, response time? I don't know. I think if we're going to make our system truly safe, accessible, and friendly to seniors, we really need to think about that issue. And one last thought is, let's not just talk about replacing our buses in our fleet. Let's talk about, having hybrid buses. Looking at buses that are kind to the environment. I think that is the way to the future, rather than just, keeping the past going. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann.